Book of Recaps presenting a 2022 American sci-fi action film called The Atom Project. The story starts in 2050. A grown-up Adam Reed, who's been shot, steals a time travel jet. He's chased by bad guys, but dodges their missiles and flies the jet until it can make a time jump. He does it successfully, leaving the chasers confused. Meanwhile, back in 2022, a younger Adam is getting picked on at school because he talks back a lot and is short. The bullies, Ray and Chuck, beat him up until he bleeds. They all get in trouble and are suspended from school. Ellie, Adam's mom, picks him up from school and chews him out for getting in trouble again. Adam complains that she doesn't get him, unlike his dad who died a year ago. That night, Ellie gets ready for a date with a coworker, leaving Adam home alone. He plays video games on his cool VR machine, but then the power cuts out. With his dog hawking by his side, he checks the house and the woods behind it. He finds burnt trees and hears strange noises coming from his dad's garage. Rushing in, he finds a grown man lying on the floor, struggling to breathe. Hawking jumps on him playfully. Young Adam is confused that this stranger opened his dad's hidden garage, but lets him inside anyway. Inside the house, older Adam grabs some food, drinks some water, and hunts for stuff to patch himself up. Young Adam watches him closely, noticing how comfortable he is. How he knows where things are, like the fridge door, and even knows his mom's on a date and their names. At first, older Adam clams up, but finally spills the beans. They're the same person. They both have their dad's old watch and matching scars on their necks. Older Adam explains he messed up and landed in 2022 instead of 2018, all part of a super secret mission to save someone. They head to the woods where his spaceship is hidden. Turns out, the ship only works for him, but not when he's all banged up. Clever young Adam unlocks the ship with his finger. Fancy DNA stuff. And even helps fix it. Older Adam decides to chill for a few days until they're both good as new. Young Adam asks about time travel. Basically, there's a set timeline for everyone, but time travelers can jump around messing things up. Older Adam says he has to do it for this big rescue mission, but the future still sucks. He sleeps in their dad's garage while young Adam heads back home. Before bed, older Adam stares at a holographic picture of a woman. In the morning, Ellie frantically searches for car insurance while young Adam enjoys his suspension and whips up some breakfast. Young Adam checks on older Adam, who's off to the drugstore for healing supplies. Outside, young Adam bumps into his bullies again. Older Adam, surprisingly, eggs him on to fight. But when young Adam backs down, older Adam steps in and scares the bullies off with a show of strength. Turns out, young Adam had already run back to his dad's garage and locked the door. He's also upset that older Adam didn't protect him. Older Adam explains that sometimes you gotta take a beating to learn and grow, to become the tough time pilot he is now. Sniffing around older Adam's stuff, young Adam finds the photo and asks who the woman is. It's Laura, older Adam's wife. Later that night, older Adam is nursing his wounds at a bar when Ellie walks in. He recognizes her instantly. It's his mom. He eavesdrops on her venting about her son to the bartender. Unable to resist, he jumps in and gives her some heartfelt advice about dealing with young Adam and her own grief. He then vanishes before Ellie can find him outside. Meanwhile, Maya Sorian, the villain chasing older Adam, arrives in 2022. She sends her goons after him to drag him back to 2050. The next day, the two Adams are having lunch. Young Adam brings up Laura again and figures out that older Adam wants to go back to 2018 to save her. Older Adam suspects Sorian either killed Laura or dumped her in the past. Young Adam recognizes the name Maya Sorian, their dad's business partner. It turns out, in the future, Sorian took control of the time travel tech their dad invented and became a villain. 2018 also marks the year of the first successful time travel jump using the particle method. Older Adam guesses Laura is somehow connected to that event. He suddenly senses danger and gets ready to flee with young Adam as Sorian's troops burst in to capture him. Older Adam fights them off while young Adam watches in amazement, guarding older Adam's bag. Rayn announces she didn't kill Laura, but older Adam doesn't believe her. Suddenly, Laura attacks Saurian's troops and jet from the woods. It's her. Overjoyed, but trying to stay cool, older Adam helps her defeat the remaining soldiers, and they share a long hug. Laura takes them to her truck and speeds off to escape Saurian's forces. After a hairy chase, they reach her hideout by a lake. Laura reveals she escaped Saurian's assassins, but couldn't get back to 2050. She's been living in the past for 4 years. Young Adam figures out Saurian messed with time by going back to her younger self in 2018 to steal control of time travel before it even existed. Older Adam needs to travel back to 2018 and stop time travel from ever happening, preventing the future chaos. He's heartbroken to leave Laura again, but she buys them time by fighting Saurian's troops. Adam doesn't have a clear plan, but he wants help from his dad, who's still alive in 2018. Meanwhile, Saurian finds and shoots Laura after Adam escapes in his jet. She then chases them in her jets through narrow canyons. Older Adam cleverly hides his damaged jet in a cave, just as Saurian brags on the radio that it can only handle one more jump. Determined, the Adams jump through time. In 2018, they find their dad, Lewis, giving a lecture. Older Adam makes young Adam promise not to spoil the future, including his dad's fate. Lewis recognizes older Adam but refuses to help, fearing he'll mess with time. Later, at a motel, the Adams still can't convince Lewis. Older Adam yells at him for prioritizing physics over family. Young Adam surprises him by saying he doesn't hate their dad for neglecting them, but for dying. It's easier to be angry than miss someone, so his anger is a way to cope with grief. Older Adam is touched by this. Meanwhile, future Saurian meets her younger self in 2018. Young Saurian isn't happy to see her, but future Saurian convinces her the Adams are a big threat. Back in the present, Lewis uncharacteristically cooks and spends time with his family, confusing Ellie. The Adams sneak into Saurian's company to destroy Louis's particle accelerator, the key to time travel. Young Adam controls a device to sense threats, while older Adam heads inside. The eerie quiet confirms Saurian's troops are waiting. A fierce battle ensues. As a car almost hits older Adam, another car suddenly crashes into it, narrowly saving him. The mystery driver remains unseen. Lewis, seemingly having a change of heart, arrives to help the Adams, but young Adam is captured by Saurian on the roof. Inside, Lewis reveals a new plan, destroying the hard drive containing the time travel algorithm, not the particle accelerator itself. Saurian and her troops burst in, demanding the drive. Lewis urges older Adam to surrender it, but it's a trap. Older Adam signals young Adam to move, causing Saurian to miss her shot. Instead, she hits the particle accelerator, creating a magnetic field that sucks in metal objects. The ironclad troops are stuck. The Saurians take cover, ordering Christos to grab the drive from older Adam. Defeated, Christos falls. Reunited with Lewis, the Adams are interrupted again by the Saurians. Older Saurian pressures her younger self to shoot Lewis, but young Saurian hesitates. Taking matters into her own hands, older Saurian aims the gun, but the bullet deflects in the magnetic field, piercing young Saurian instead. This act erases older Saurian from existence. Lewis and the Adams escape just before the particle accelerator goes into lockdown mode. They make it home safe, having successfully altered the timeline. Years later, a grown-up young Adam displays a loving attitude towards his mom, finally at peace with his father's memory. And in a heartwarming twist of fate, he experiences the exact same encounter with Laura that started his whole time travel adventure. But this time, the timeline is set right. Thanks for watching.